If you just bought an Apple Watch Ultra 2, you're probably going to want to return it right now. Because the leaks we're seeing for the upcoming Apple Watch Ultra 4 aren't just your standard iterative updates from Cupertino. We're talking about a completely redesigned titanium chassis, the literal holy grail of health tracking that the medical industry has failed to pull off for over 2 decades, and a massive screen upgrade that finally fixes the weird bezels situation. Apple is basically taking everything people complained about with the first 2 Ultras and fixing it in one single, massive generation. But there's a massive catch regarding how they're actually going to pull this off without destroying that legendary battery life we've all come to expect. Let's be completely honest for a second. The Apple Watch Ultra is a fantastic daily driver, but it's an absolute brick on the wrist. If you wear long sleeves, jackets, or tight cuffs, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It snags on absolutely everything. But according to a recent supply chain note from Microscopic, Apple is finally putting the Ultra on a serious diet. We're hearing reports that Cupertino is actively engineering a 10 to 15% reduction in chassis thickness for the Ultra 4. Now, at first glance, 10% might not sound like a huge deal to the average consumer. But in the microengineering world of wearables, that's a massive physical change. Think about the aggressive slimness evolution we just saw with the mainstream series watches. They're bringing that exact same extreme engineering to the rugged titanium model. I was reading a piece out of Microscopic last week, and they were corroborating this push for a much sleeker profile, suggesting a completely redesigned internal titanium frame to support the thinner structure. The real question is how they managed to shave off all that bulk without sacrificing the rugged durability the Ultra line is famous for, or more importantly, the battery life. Nobody wants a thinner Ultra if it means we're back to charging our watches every single night. That completely ruins the appeal of the device. I'll honestly believe it when I see it, because shrinking a battery while simultaneously adding power-hungry features usually leads to massive thermal throttling or just terrible, unreliable battery life. Have any of you actually held off on buying an Ultra up until now just because it's too damn big? Let me know down in the comments, because I know that's a massive deal breaker for a lot of people in the Apple ecosystem. But making the watch thinner is only half the magic trick. How do you make a watch significantly thinner while actually giving it a noticeably larger screen? That brings us to the display technology. Supply chain analyst Ross Young has been incredibly accurate about Apple's display roadmaps over the last few years, and the current chatter is pointing toward the display bezels being pushed to the absolute microscopic edge. They're trying to maximize every single millimeter of screen real estate. This allows for a larger active display area in a body that feels noticeably lighter and much more comfortable during daily use. There are also some really wild reports out of the ELEC detailing Apple's ongoing, highly secretive negotiations with display manufacturers to dramatically improve OLED power efficiency. We all know Apple had that massive in-house micro-LED project that supposedly got scrapped because it was too expensive, but the fallback plan seems to involve a highly specialized, highly efficient OLED panel that draws significantly less power. This new display efficiency is exactly how they plan to offset the smaller physical battery capacity inside that new thinner chassis. It's that classic Apple hardware and software seamless integration at work. But honestly, I'm still slightly skeptical about the pricing. Whenever Apple shrinks a device and pushes the engineering boundaries like this, we end up paying for it somewhere else. You already know the Apple tax is going to be incredibly real with this specific generation. Now, let's talk about the real reason the Ultra 4 is going to completely cannibalize the sales of the regular Apple Watch series. The internal upgrades are creating a massive, undeniable gap between the standard models and the Ultra tier. Mark Gurman over at Bloomberg has been dropping hints about this health tracking overhaul for months, but it's finally crystallizing into a clear picture. Apple is dramatically increasing the number of active health sensors packed into the Ultra 4. The biggest immediate addition is expected to be continuous blood pressure monitoring. Wait, really? Continuous blood pressure on a wrist? Yes. Unlike current smartwatch solutions from Garmin or Samsung that basically just give you basic trend analysis over time, or require constant, annoying calibration with an actual cuff, the Ultra 4 could provide proactive, real-time blood pressure readings directly from your wrist. No traditional arm cuff required whatsoever. DigiTimes recently highlighted that Apple's supply chain partners are ramping up massive production orders for highly specialized biosensors designed specifically for this exact medical task. Apple is reportedly pushing incredibly hard behind the scenes for full FDA approval to position the Ultra 4 not just as an extreme sports tracker, but as a legitimate, certified medical-grade device. If they actually get FDA clearance for cuffless blood pressure monitoring before launch, it completely changes the value proposition of the watch. But as impressive as cuffless blood pressure is, the biggest upgrade might be the one single feature the tech industry has been trying to crack for decades. For years, non-invasive glucose monitoring has been considered the absolute holy grail of wearable technology. If you or anyone you know is diabetic, you know that current blood sugar tracking methods are terrible and incredibly frustrating. They still rely on painful finger pricks, expensive adhesive patches that ruin your skin, or invasive implanted sensors that need constant replacing. According to some very interesting leaks from Shrimp Apple Pro, Apple is actively developing a completely non-invasive glucose monitoring system built directly into the Ultra 4's bottom sensor array. We're talking about utilizing advanced optical sensors and silicon photonics to track glucose levels through the skin without drawing a single drop of blood from your veins. This is the kind of science fiction tech that sounds entirely too good to be true. To be completely upfront, the precision required to accurately measure blood glucose through the skin, sweat, and varying tissue layers is mathematically mind-boggling. I'm still highly skeptical they can get this to a strict medical-grade level of accuracy in this first generation. They might release it as a basic trend tracker first before seeking actual FDA approval for clinical use. But even if it just tells you your blood sugar is spiking rapidly after eating a massive meal, that's still fundamentally groundbreaking for the average consumer. And none of these insane new sensors would even work without a massive bump in background processing power. To handle the continuous, heavy flow of biometric data, the Ultra 4 is going to need a seriously upgraded piece of silicon. We're expecting a brand new S-series chip built on a much more efficient manufacturing node, likely taking advantage of improved TSMC 3nm yields to keep power consumption incredibly low. You absolutely need that insane thermal efficiency when you're constantly analyzing complex blood pressure algorithms and optical glucose data in the background. Without an incredibly efficient chip, those medical sensors would drain the battery in 3 hours flat. That's why the Ultra 4 is shaping up to be one of the most important wearable upgrades Apple has ever released. They're taking a massive swing here. A thinner titanium design, advanced edge-to-edge displays, cuffless blood pressure monitoring, and potentially the holy grail of non-invasive glucose sensing. It transforms the watch from a premium tech accessory into an essential, life-saving medical tool that just happens to show you your iMessages and track your runs. It really makes you wonder what features they're even going to leave on the table for the Ultra 5. Seriously, what do you even want out of a smartwatch at this point? Does the potential of non-invasive glucose monitoring actually justify spending $800? Or are you just going to stick with your current watch until the battery completely dies? Drop a comment and let me know your thoughts down below.